Want to grow your sales and marketing in 2022, really skyrocket it? Well, understand these 7 growth hacks which I'm going to share with you in this video. You see, in any industry, in any product or whatever service which you are selling, sales and marketing is the key. It doesn't matter if your product is the best or if your service is the best, but if you're not good in sales and marketing, I'm sorry to say, you are not going to become successful. Research has been done by Forbes, and if you look at the research, and the research says that 80% of the CEOs of all the Fortune 500 companies have been graduated or promoted from the sales and marketing function. So that shows some importance of what sales and marketing is so critical for the success of any organization. So let's begin this 7 growth hacks. Hack number 1, develop the razor's edge. Develop the winning edge. Now, what do you mean by this? If you look at the Pareto Principle, it's a very common principle. It says that 80% of the results come from 20% of the actions. This is also true for sales and marketing, that 80% of your revenue will come from 20% of your customers. Now, this is level 1. But what do you mean by the razor's edge? If you go to level 2 of this razor's edge, it means that 20% which is there in level 1, if you take 20% of 20%, that comes to 4%. So the level 2 is you got to be in the level 2. That's the razor's edge, and which will come only when you have that winning edge concept. To make you understand what do you mean by the winning edge concept, let's say a derby horse race. Okay, there's a horse race going on. The winning horse is not 1,000 times faster. The winning horse is not 10 times more faster or 10% more faster. Maybe the winning horse is just a nose faster, but the difference in the winning price is 1,000 times more. Unfortunately, in sales and marketing, our situation is even bad than horses. Either we win or we lose. It's not that we're going to get the second prize. So that's the real concept. How do you develop that winning edge concept? You got to master, you got to really have a crack shot of a sales presentation, and that's where you develop a winning edge concept. Hack number 2. Hack number 2 is the timing of the sale. You got to time the sale properly. And when I ask my participants, what is the best time to sell? Some say during Diwali, some say during Holi, some say during maybe their superstitious day of the week, some say in the morning, some say in the afternoon, some say in the evening. Well, every participant or every salesman has its own favorite times to sell. But you know what the hack is? The best time to sell is immediately after you do one sale. Now you might say, why? Do you know what? When you have done a sale, your self-esteem is high. You are confident. You have got that momentum. And that's the key thing which is going to make your second sale coming and the third sale coming and the fourth sale coming. So the point is, when you are in that momentum of selling, do not break that momentum. The best time to sell is immediately after you have sold. That's hack number 2. Do not let that momentum break. Do not wait for a superstitious day of the week. Do not wait for a season to come and go, because seasons come and go, but the timing, the self-esteem of yours is there with you all the time. That's hack number 2. Time your sale when you have already done the sale. Keep that momentum going on. Hack number 3. Hack number 3 is conquer the fear of failure. Now, this is not the fear of failure of the salesman. It is conquering and disappearing the fear of failure of your prospect. To understand this, look at this. How many times you have got some product or service which you could not afford, which didn't work well, you got it but you didn't use. You know what? When you are selling something to someone else, the prospect is also having this fear of failure. Whether this will be good for me, whether I'll be able to use it, whether I'm making the right decision, whether this will break, what is the guarantee behind it? So all of this is nothing but coming from fear of failure. Fear of failure is the number one biggest fear in the adult life. It's not about the failure which is there. It is the fear of failure which people need to conquer. So when you are prospecting, you got to look at the psyche of your client, the prospect. What is the fear of failure which is stopping that prospect to buy and close your deal? And once that fear of failure is tackled with maybe in objections, your sales is going to be a done deal. So the third hack is Conquer the fear of failure from your prospect's mind and see how your sales multiply. That's the third hack. The fourth hack is you conquering the fear of rejection. Oh, the fear of rejection comes from the fear of criticism, and we say, oh, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. See, rejection should not be taken personally. You are God's highest form of creation. Your spiritual DNA is perfect. And I tell you what, if you are in the field of sales and marketing, you should be the last person in the world to take the fear of rejection personally. Never ever take the fear of rejection personally. And for that, I've got a great motto. And that motto, you should stick this motto maybe on your mobile, in your desktop, or maybe when you're sitting for your sales and marketing, you're doing calls, and have this completely ingrained in your conscious and your subconscious mind. And this motto is called as the 4SW motto. Now, what do you mean by the 4SW motto? It stands for some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting. I repeat, just brain tattoo this thing. 4SW. Some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting. Put this across and see, you'll conquer the fear of rejection. That's the fourth hack which you need to conquer. Let's go on to the fifth hack. It's a very important hack. Increase your real work time of selling. Now, इसका मतलब क्या? मैं normally बोलता हूँ कैसे लोग करते हैं sales and marketing में. जाएंगे सुबह अपने डेस्क पे, they are there and they say, okay, let me check my email, थोड़ा कॉफी चाय मंगाते हैं, और 10:30-11 बजते, अभी सुबह मैं फोन करूंगा सेल्स मार्केटिंग के लिए, शायद से वो बिजी रहेगा बंदा, अभी फोन नहीं करता हूँ, थोड़ा उसको काम उसका करने दो क्योंकि अभी वो बिजी रहेगा, मेरा फोन का जवाब देगा नहीं. तो लगभग समझो 12:30-1 बज जाते हैं. फिर बोलते अभी तो लंच टाइम हो गया, तो माय कस्टमर विल बी हैविंग लंच, तो अभी लंच में उनको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करते. 2-2:30 बज जाते हैं. 2-2:30 बज जाएंगे, बोले कि 3:30-4 बज गए, अभी शायद से वो निकलने की तैयारी कर रहा होगा, तो अभी भी फोन नहीं करते. शायद से लगे नहीं, अभी एक फोन करना ही है कि चलो टिक मार्क करना है, इसलिए एक आधा फोन कर दिया. That's one sale which they do, or maybe one call they do. You are not going to increase your sales and marketing if you have this kind of a sales schedule. What you got to do, 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever is the culture of your industry, you should be in front of your sales prospect. अगर ये टेक्निक आपने यूज की, that's the only reason which can make your sales skyrocket. Be with the person, speak to the person exactly 10 o'clock. देखिए कि out of the entire 8 hours, how much is the actual time you are actually prospecting or selling. This is a very important growth hack. Increase your real time actually in selling. Most salesmen do not do this because some fear of rejection, abhi nahi baad mein karenge, procrastinate, and that's where they remain ordinary salespeople. That's growth hack number 5. Growth hack number 6 kya hai? Growth hack number 6 is where it's a very important hack which we say, ask questions. Ask questions, and don't ask close-ended questions, but ask open-ended questions. So close-ended questions का मतलब कि उसका आंसर prospect yes or no, yes, no, ha, na. That's called a close-ended question. The prospect can only say, do you like my product? Yes or no. That's not going to give you the sales, the channel to increase your sales. But when you ask open-ended questions, like starting with what, where, when, how, all these questions are going to ask your client or your prospect to say something more about what is your experience about the product or service. And from there, you can actually skillfully intrude and close the sales. And also, most important in this, generally what happens, all salespeople are so excited to sell and to close the deal. They keep on talking about their products, the discounts, कि मेरा product कैसे best है, competition से कैसे better है, we're going to give this guarantee, we're going to give this warranty. You know what? Sometimes they oversell. But I'll tell you what, the marketing or sales does not happen when you talk, but when you pause. At that time, the sale, the deal happens. So when you pause in between, when you're giving some kind of a pause, at that time say, okay, fine. Are you giving the check? Are you signing it? When you pause, that's where the sales happens. So some people are really so much into enthusiasm. They are going to sales and marketing. Karna hai. They keep on blabbering. Well, that's where you're not going to close the deal, because sometimes the client says, "Arey, mujhe aapka product lena hai. Just shut up. I want to sign it," but they don't give that chance. That's again, which is very important hack over here. The final hack is hack number 7. Hack number 7 is by far one of the best hacks to skyrocket your sales and marketing. This is what I call the 20 idea method hack. The 20 idea method hack says that every day when you get up in the morning, write down 20 new ideas which you're going to do or implement to skyrocket your sales. ऐसा क्या आप नया चीज करेंगे? Write down 20 ideas, and every idea has to be unique. Now, I understand you're a busy person, so if you're not able to do for 7 days a week, अगर आप 5 days a week करेंगे, look at this: 20 ideas one day, 5 days a week, that comes to about 100 ideas. 100 ideas per week. Let's say if you do it for only 50 weeks. If you got 50 weeks and 100 ideas per week, that comes to 5,000 ideas per year. Now let's say out of this, if you are able to implement only one idea one day, एक ही आइडिया आपने इंप्लीमेंट किया, और लेट्स से इफ यू डू 5 आइडियाज इन अ वीक, 50 वीक्स में यू गॉट 250 न्यू आइडियाज ऑन विच यू कैन इंप्लीमेंट. And you know what the secret is? If you are able to implement on 250 new ideas, there is not going to be any competition in your sales and marketing. You can become the king or queen of your industry, whatever be your product or services. If you follow this simple idea of having 20 new ideas, ideating every day on how you can increase your sales and marketing. Implement one idea a day, that's it, and you are going to become the king or the queen of sales and marketing. Now, these 7 hacks can really catapult, can really skyrocket your sales and marketing. But remember this: when you are doing sales and marketing, do not focus that I am doing sales to someone. No. That's where you start to say, oh, I'm selling something to someone, and nobody wants to be sold. But look at sales and marketing as you are selling for. Sales is something you're doing for someone. Sales is something when you do something for someone. If you change this context, that sales is not doing something to someone but for someone, that's where the context changes, and you will not have any negative feelings or negative connotations or negative ideas that I'm selling something to someone. That's where you change your perspective of sales and marketing, and you can become the king. Now, this is 7 hacks. Follow these 7 hacks and type out in the comment box what do you feel about each of these 7 hacks, and which hack you are going to implement today, right now, after seeing my video. Do not procrastinate on this. Do one action, take one action, pick up any one hack which is based on your product or your service, and type in the comment box that what do you feel about these hacks. My name is Siddharth Shah. I'm the CEO of Think and Grow Rich Academy. We represent the Napoleon Hill Foundation. If you really want to know more about how we can impact your life and increase your sales and marketing, click on the link below and register for my next programs. Like, share, subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.